where should I begin? My team play to win, no we get it in. Play the club, fucking with the pack, that'd be a sin. We was blessed with a couple things I cannot explain. Took his phone, hard to hook, and that just made me let it rain. Hit that blast, he like what's the sound? Told him chop it down. Yeah, square, fill him up around, know his measures now. Take him out, we won't make him wait. We will not be late, bro. Hit my phone, ask him what's the code. Told him it's a date, got the drop. Then we shut him down, open up shop. Seen a kept it moving, homie, he ain't even stop. You know why? To some music that was bumping down the block. Had to put away the pistol, I ain't fucking with the cop. Took a shot of the liquor, you should know what's in my cup. Got a team full of smokers, everybody rolling up. Seen a nigga bust a UE, I ain't really give a fuck. Know I keep a shooter with me, I got Ray Ray in the cut.
Good people. Welcome back once again on another fine Wednesday at 9 p.m. If you don't already know, I am Trey Holiday, and this is the TraMatic Podcast, episode 133. And as always, I'm in the muff building with my muff guys, starting with my brother.
Shows a Hootie Mac, Hootie Bang Bang from the playing game, Mr. High Quality. Light up, motherfuckers.
Amen. You know, we also got my good brother in the building.
What's going on, people? Some people call me Glotty, some people call me Louie. We in here.
And as always, we got the big fella in the building.
Yeah, chubby baby, chubby baby, chubby baby. Finna get active.
So first and foremost, how you brothers feeling on this evening?
Doing pretty good, brother.
I'm
Pretty
great.
good.
I'm great. Quick question before you go any further. And I hope I'm not spoiling anything, but quick
Yes,
question.
sir.
I need to know who's ready to die. Because listen, when I swing on this gorilla, I'm going to need y'all to follow up with me. You feel me? I'm going to need to know I got some soldiers that's down to die with me. Because I'm going to swing on them first, all right? I'm going to give it all I can. I ain't going to guarantee nothing, but I'm going to spark it off.
We got you, Chubbs.
It's very noble of you, yo.
Especially to be front line. You know what I mean?
I hear all this shit about who gonna fight the gorilla. Who gonna start first?
How does one prepare themselves
to fight a gorilla?
Are you like willing to be a sacrificial lamb?
Yeah. Somebody got to spark it off, bro. I'm down to spark it off. I don't think a gorilla can catch me.
Catch you doing what, bro? What can catch you doing?
Like after I punch him and I hit him with like a Floyd shoulder roll, and I got to move around the area a bit. I don't know if it's gonna be fast enough to catch me. I've seen how they move. I've been watching videos to see if this is possible. I think I can outfox him.
That's interesting. You got Floyd shoulder roll capabilities?
I think I do. Depending on how big
brother.
Hold on. Depending on how big the gorilla's fist is, it might not matter, honestly. You just might gotta take one.
Gorilla Fist is pretty big, no Diddy.
I would imagine, Hootie. I would imagine, but somebody's got to spark it off, bro. Somebody's got to sacrifice.
Nah, I feel you on that.
I mean,
Stop
that's
telling me.
noble, you Chubb. Nowhere. If it's anywhere, you feel me? I planned on being. I'm thinking more Shador and less Cam Ward.
As far as what?
I definitely ain't going first. You feel me?
You
Against the
going
gorilla, bro.
140? You ain't even gonna make it.
You feel me?
You 144.
Give me 144. Oh, shout out to
That's
Shannon
hilarious.
in the chat. You feel me? W's in the chat. Shout out to Shannon. Appreciate you tuning in.
Whoa, whoa.
You feel me? Multiple
Whoa.
weeks. That's definitely appreciated.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, since we kind of got on it a little bit, and we don't gotta prolong it, how did niggas feel about the draft? You feel me? And do you feel like anyone was robbed?
Robbed. Other than obvious. I don't even know if Shador was robbed.
Other than Shador?
Other than Shador. No, I think this was a pretty set in stone draft.
No. We definitely talking about Shador.
Okay. Yeah.
100%.
Do you think Shador was a little
We
bit?
definitely talking about him. That would be the presumed robbery of the draft. You know, I was thinking back to a couple months ago when we was in the pod, and I was asking y'all, did y'all really feel like Shador was number one type potential, or do you think it was a little hype to the situation? You feel me?
That's
And
crazy.
y'all said y'all felt like he was realistically number one type. You feel me? Quarterback. What y'all see for his future? We can keep it brief.
His future, it's hard to say for me because it's totally up to him. Being the 4th,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, quarterback on the depth chart, he's going to work very, very hard. And like almost damn near be perfect in practice, you know what I'm saying, to really, really get the opportunities that a lot of people feel like he should have to play in the NFL. But we'll see. It's gonna be a long road the way they set it up for him.
For sure. Lloyd, what you think?
I definitely think he the best quarterback on the depth chart, but it's hard to get a lot of looks when you're the fourth quarterback. Just between snaps in practice and snaps in preseason games, they're going to be trying to make sure the people that's going to be starting is getting a lot of the reps and the practice and the chemistry with the receivers. So it's kind of hard to jump from fourth or fifth to getting real reps. But I do think he's the best quarterback on that team. The other thing is that it doesn't look like the coach and the GM was very enthusiastic about the pick. It looked more like the owner was just like, "Yo, this a name. We could sell some jerseys," and I mean that's really what got that situation popping. But to answer your question, the other question that you had, I always thought Shador was the second best quarterback in his draft. Um, but that wasn't about football. They was on some other shit with that whole with the way you felt like that. Like maybe if he had went after Jackson Dart, but still fell like to the third or fourth round, I would have been like, okay, you know what I mean. But like once other players that we know aren't better than him was going, then that's just when it's kind of like, all right, bro, come on now.
Fair enough. Sure, I want to ask you a slightly different question. If you are Browns management, what does your quarterback depth chart look like going into week 1 of the season?
Joe Flacco will probably wind up being the starter. As far as Deshaun Watson, I don't think he's playing this year. Dylan Gabriel's all of 4'7" throwing the football. I don't think he's that good. I don't think he has the requisite arm strength. They'll see that as well. And Kenny Pickett is a career third stringer at this point. So how I feel about Shador, to go back to the question prior, it sucks. It's unfortunate. But it's a whole lot of ass in front of him. And I mean, I'm talking about the quarterbacks on that team. So I do feel he's going to get an opportunity eventually, and I think it's going to be this season. I don't know when, but I feel like we're going to see him a lot sooner than later. So when you do get your opportunity, the best thing to say is make the most of it. Because I do think you're going to get an opportunity as soon as this year. I hear Vladdy what he was saying as far as like you fifth, you got a long ways to go, but I think he's going to beat a few of them motherfuckers out to the point where Flacco's starting. They get to a point where they're about 3 and 5 because you know them old motherfuckers hit a wall and they're going to be like, look, we need a spark, kind of like Harbaugh did with Kaepernick. Just a little example when he had Alex Smith and he was like, we need a spark. And he put in Kaepernick and they made a Super Bowl run. Not to say that this is the same situation. I'm just saying from the need a spark standpoint. I would like to think all things fair, Holiday, that the coaches, if they want to keep their jobs, are watching in practice and can see with their eyes who the best quarterback on that team is. I don't know because of all the shit that's going on with the Sanders, so to speak, as far as like higher ups fucking around with them. Like, I don't know, but I would like to think all things fair and they got good eyes. They can see who the best quarterback on that team is. And eventually I do think he'll get his opportunity as soon as this year.
Fair enough. All right, one last question I do want to pose on this topic. How did you guys feel about the prank phone call made to Shador by the son of the defensive coordinator of the Atlanta Falcons?
Apparently, everybody was getting them shits all of a sudden. It wasn't just him. All of a sudden, everybody was getting them. Whole shit is how I feel. I don't know what it is with these kids that want to go viral and do goofy ass shit, but it was some goofy ass shit that happened. They should get docked some draft picks for that bullshit, so they know that you got to make an example. The fines is one thing, but I think it should have been more severe. You don't play with young men like that. That's a bad look for your, like, you know, that's a bad look that somebody can get access to the number and then do some goofy shit like that. And you should really come down on that organization like, oh, okay, you think it's cool for this shit to happen, we're just going to slap you with a fine? No, motherfuckers who want to do some goofy shit like this in the future, you're going to hurt your team and lose a pick or two. That's what should have happened. They should have lost a pick over that shit.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah,
They
Chubbs,
definitely should have
we in the
lost a
same
pick
opinion.
on
I
that.
think they
You
should
know what I mean?
they should have lost whatever
That's
pick,
fine.
And gotta
whatever pick that he called and told Joe that he was getting selected. That's a pick they should lose.
Yeah, you got to make an example. Fines is one thing to
I'm
rich
saying this is a lot of
organizations
irresponsibility.
filled with going to do nothing. You need to lose a pick. So they know, hey, don't give this phone number out if you got a private line to a player you want to talk to. And do make that call to select them. Lock that number down. That number should only be in one person's possession, not your 17-year-old son trying to get on.
Nah, I feel you on that, bro.
Well, definitely. Lord, you got any opinion on that particular part of the topic?
Yeah, bro, that shit was foul. Like, first of all, this generation like pranking way too much, bro. Pranks was never
Way
that
too
funny.
much.
Pranks was
Way
never
too
that
much.
funny. Like, you know what I mean? Like, 8 out of 10 pranks ain't funny. So y'all like pranking way too much, bro. Like, I just don't understand this generation. Then recording yourself and like dry snitching on yourself. I don't
Yeah,
understand.
that's the crazy part.
I don't understand.
Even crazier, right?
The next
Yeah,
one put
they
that out. I'm
record
like,
all the
what the hell is wrong with
evidence.
them? Like, nothing's gonna happen to him. What the
I would,
fuck? The next one they put that out.
But what I will say is like, bruh, you know what I mean, whether it's Dion or regardless of who it is,
me,
bruh, these players been working towards something their whole life. They got their family there. Their mama excited. Their mama is sitting there trying to see their child dreams come true.
Grandmama,
We got family and friends around. Come on, bro. That shit ain't even funny, bro.
your
It's not
girls.
even funny. It's
They
not
say
funny.
who the bad bitch on my side. Bad bitch on my side ain't funny.
Yeah,
Like, come on. I ain't the time for that.
It wasn't even funny, bro.
yeah, all that shit silly for real.
well, I heard the young man also plays football, so I hope that if he's even talented enough to see draft day, he
I doubt it.
falls. That's
I
bad
doubt it.
character.
He probably only on the team because of who his daddy is.
Smoke weed every day.
First of all, he had some weak ass school, and
Potentially.
you know what I mean. His measurables don't give NFL.
Even if he was like a prospect, so to speak,
Nah,
I tell you
definitely
what,
not.
everything got a way of coming back full circle. That's for damn sure.
Facts. All right, fellas. Let's let me just go into this real quick. You feel me? It's my man Louis, one of the more fashionable people that I do know. You know what I'm saying? Nike is releasing a dirty Air Force One that gets cleaner the more you wear them. According to Nike, Nike Air Force One dirty triple white, but you're only scratching the surface. Here's the Nike Air Force One dirty triple white. The more you wear it, the more beautiful it becomes. It's that simple. It's black and white. We put a toothbrush in there too, in case you want to take things to your own hand. Do your thing. Make these Air Force Ones your personal time machine. Dirty triple white and triple black. Drop May 7th exclusively on sneakers at US only. What do you niggas think about niggas selling a dirty Air Force One that potentially gets cleaner?
I know
What
who
up,
would
Elmo?
love that. I know who's gonna love that shoe the most.
Who's that, Louis?
White men.
Fat
That's what
Joe?
it's for.
White women love dirty Air Force.
Yeah, that's what I thought they made it for. It may be skaters.
Shout out to them
Hey, yo,
though.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, working out the bar out Bel Air, bro, I be tripping off of how, like, white people really don't care about, like, their shoes. Like, shoes be beat, but it be cool. But I don't know. If you're interested, apparently May 7th, they will be available. Brother
Good.
Louis,
Yes, sir.
you got something for us today?
Yeah, I got a little something. You know what I mean? You already know it's a segment that's just like me. We go by two names. Sometimes it's Wise Words of the Week, sometimes it's Weekly Words of Wisdom. But either way, listen up, motherfucker. So this week, I think we kind of
Listen
had,
up, motherfuckers.
yes, sir. So I think we kind of had this discussion maybe once before, um, but I mean, it was just something I was thinking about, so I'm gonna ask again. I was hoping, maybe we might have a few guests on the show so I could hear that answer, but you know what I mean. It ain't work out like that. But In the spirit of wise words, I wanted to know what movie y'all quote the most and what rapper y'all quote the most. Anybody?
That's funny.
Um,
That's funny that
movie I quote the
that you
most.
went there.
It's a good question.
It is.
Well, I go
Well,
since
before y'all get your
right back
answers,
to thinking. All right, what's up?
I had a similar question based
Yeah.
on what I seen in Hootie's Instagram story earlier this week. You feel me? So I actually had it in the notes for the wild card question today. You feel me?
Okay.
Say nasty shit, Ray.
God, I'm a
Mm.
nasty motherfucker.
Niggas get shot every day, B.
Mhm.
You be alright, nigga. You talk.
Is this the illest nigga in Nebraska? Is you batty fool?
Very insulting what you said about my coat. It's made out of your mother's pubic hair.
Your client to remove his sunglasses. This is a courtroom.
Oh, you ain't got to instruct me to do nothing. Your Honor.
What's the fucking procedure when you gotta today?
What the fuck that got to do with me? Gotta get your groove on.
I'm trying to see what that be like right there. Look, be that.
You got knocked the fuck out, man.
I don't give a fuck what you are doing in your life.
Selfish son of a bitch.
You got to say nasty shit.
All right. So that's a few that was on the clip that was on Hootie's story.
Yeah.
Now, I will answer your question though, Vlada. You feel me? The first thing I thought about when I seen that clip, and even when you asked your question, as far as movies go, even though it's not necessarily every day, I'm gonna have to go with Talladega Nights. I'm all jacked up off Mountain Dew. You feel me? That's one of my
That's
favorite
a good one.
things to say. You feel me?
If you're not
In
first, you're
in a
last.
turned
That's
up
another one.
situation, you feel me? I'm going with that. That's also a good one. You feel me?
If you're not first, you're last. That. I definitely quoted that. Yo, Talladega Nights is a good one for real because I quote that movie a lot. You know what I'm saying? Especially when yo say, "Don't put that evil on me, Ricky." Don't put. I say that to people all the time. Don't put that evil on me. So that is a good one. I was gonna say Belly for real.
Shout out to Bro in the building.
Yeah, I definitely used to quote
That's
Belly
a
a
good
lot.
one,
For real.
Which
I definitely
which
still, I definitely still hit that nigga Figs and shit. Like ask him if he's the illest nigga in Nebraska for real. You know what I'm saying? All the time.
That nigga always
And
talk
she
about
bowdy
movie lines.
fool.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely Belly. Rapper, I quote all the time. I don't know. That's you know what I'm saying. I can't really think of
hey
one
yo,
particular person.
you know a rap that I quote often. You feel me? No glazing. You feel me? But I'm gonna have to go with my man Hootie.
That's what's
You
up,
see, I
bro.
tolerate no disrespect. You feel me?
I definitely heard
You
you say
see, I tolerate no
that.
disrespect. Yeah, I use that in real life. You feel me? Because it's true. It's true.
That's what's up, my nigga. If I would say probably Jay-Z. Because that blueprint has a lot of like quotables in it for real. I quote a lot of things from that blueprint album. You know what I'm saying? What you eat don't make me shit. You feel me? Um, it's just a lot of quotables in that shit for real. About you, Chubbs.
What you eat don't make me
man,
shit. Definitely a
it's
good
two
one.
movies I quote. It's two movies I quote, but I be quoting them to myself. I used to have a couple partners I used to chill with that I would quote these movies with. These two in particular, they was the ones that knew to back like, but I don't be around these niggas no more, really. So I quoted to myself 2 movies. Back to the Future, the first one, a lot of silly, funny ass lines in that one, and CB4. Charlie Murphy was funny that entire
He was
fucking
definitely
movie.
funny,
He was
nigga.
so niggery, funniest shit ever. Me and my cousin, when I used to be around this nigga, we would quote them lines all throughout the day hanging around this nigga. It was the funniest shit.
What's your
And
funniest line from that movie? From Charlie Murphy.
when Shorty came to the table and she walked away, and he was like, "Yeah, I gotta get up in that." She only deal with rappers and entertainers. She don't know where to get the real big dick from.
Yo, yo, you wanna know my funniest Charlie Murphy line of that? That's a funny line.
Entertainers, that nigga was funny as shit. He a
Remember
rapper.
when he was in your house for real, and he was looking at his picture of your girl for real? He was like, "Yeah, your woman, she's real fine, you know. I like to fuck her froggy style for real." That shit had me dying laughing like, "Yo, froggy." That nigga said froggy style.
That nigga was funny the entire movie.
That's a hilarious movie too.
As far as musicians go, Booty took my answer. Definitely quote a lot of Jay-Z lines. I'll tell you that. I was just thinking about one the other day at work. This nigga said, "I'm in search of these young niggas that hug the block all day till it's like gray outside." I said, "Damn, that was a powerful ass line." That nigga said he got so many lines as quotables, yo. He got like crazy quotable lines. And it's a lot of shit that back then, because I was young, some of it I didn't understand.
And Lou,
That line I just said is something I understand now that I'm older.
Yeah,
The
Jay-Z
song
was
he was
older than
on,
a lot of us, so yeah, man, we
right?
ain't really get it when we was younger.
The shit that I just quoted, it's a song about him going to a town and taking over the block, taking over that entire town. The nigga said, "I'm in search of the young niggas that hug the block all day." I'm like, oh, I get it now. I was just saying it as a line back then. I didn't understand it like that. Now that I'm older and I have like sense of like, okay, the more work shit, I'm like, these words hit different. That's crazy. He was talking about on that entire song. I'm like, damn, this nigga was really talking about going out of town and just taking the whole shit over. And I'm just rapping the lines, not even knowing what he really was talking about.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Jay definitely got some quotables.
I probably think Big is up there too. A lot of Biggie shit, but Jay for the most part more than Big. To be honest.
What rapper did you say hollered at?
He said me.
I said Shells the Hootie Mac.
Yeah, you did. My bad. For me, movie is definitely
It's all good.
probably Menace and House Party. Menace to Society and House Party. I quote more than anything. House Party
Party's a
got
good one.
too many quotable lines in it.
House Party's a good one.
House Party got too many quotes.
That nigga Pops was funny as shit. Yo said, "What type of name is Bilal?" Sound like something you catch on your feet. Oh man, he was hilarious the whole movie, man. Shout out Robin Harris.
Hey Lou, I got.
He was funny as fuck.
Yo. Was you just about to say all of that?
I got a question, Louis. You feel me?
What's up?
I got a question for you. On the music tip, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who are you more likely to quote? Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Drake.
Fair enough. You feel me? Shout out
Yeah, Drake.
You gotta win something.
Yeah, I'm more likely to quote Drake.
Oh, we got some things going on in the chat.
Okay.
Fair enough. All right, fellas. Well, we ain't gonna prolong too long because we did get into some conversation last week that we decided we wanted to pick back up on. All right. We are waiting for a couple of the guys to pop back in, but I think we can still continue the conversation. But we actually do have a guest who also would like to get some input. You feel me? What I do want to do though is run some of the clips we had from last week's show where we were discussing or giving our opinions and or perspective, whatever you prefer to use, on do we feel like a woman can raise a boy to be a man? All right. So we'll get started on that. But like I said, let's get a couple clips from last week as we get into it.
That a woman can't really, she don't know all the ins and outs of being a man and what a man really had to do and the real responsibility of a man, you know what I'm saying, compared to a woman. That's what I got out of it, and that's why I agree.
I think one of the missing component of that LeBron story though is once it was recognized that he had talent, his mom handed him over to a team of men that basically trained him for 10 years, you know what I mean, of his life.
And that a woman
Feel me? A woman can understand what a man supposed to be, and if you can understand what a man supposed to be, you can help develop somebody into being a good man. You feel me? I believe
that. You know, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I think one of the you said, like, you know, how we're supposed to be men, you know, how we're supposed to be protectors and providers.
Yeah, hey, we got 3 minutes and 30 seconds, so make it fast, nigga.
So, you know, on the provider portion of things, man, you know, most black women and most black men only equate providing as to just income, right?
Feel me? A woman can. Then the last joke we'll close with. Feel me? We get
Can a
back
woman
to it.
teach a man how to be a man as far as being a provider and protector? But
okay, so that's how I wanted to comment on.
In a single family household, she's already failed in trying to teach you.
Still
You know,
got it playing, bro.
women are failing at being wives, right? At being women, like where they got the capacity to fail at being women.
It's not. It
but
should be
you know, and still
one,
teach
right?
a man how to be a man.
All right. So, bro, it's definitely a conversation to be had. That's pretty much what brings us to the conversation that we are at right now. You feel me? So before we go any further, we definitely want to open the floor and allow our guests to introduce themselves. You feel me? It's our special guest via Big Bro Peas.
Hello,
tell us who you
everybody. Hi, I'm Molly. I'm Peas' sister from Florida. I hope everyone's doing well tonight.
Hello.
Hi,
Florida in the
everyone.
building.
Big Florida.
Welcome.
I'm so ready to comment on this. I know if there's any women on here, I'll probably get backlash, but it's okay. I don't care. Well, to begin with, I personally feel as if women cannot raise a boy into a man at all. The same way a man can't raise a little girl to be a woman. The only thing that we can do as women is to make sure our sons are not feminine. Make sure they don't take on the feminosity that we have. Let them know, hey, no, that's girly. Hey, no, we could just help guide them, but we cannot raise them into a man. You know what I'm saying? I have a daughter and I have a son. My son is older than my daughter. My son could be a reflection to my daughter of a male role model, but I cannot give that to her. I cannot do that. My son could do that better than I can, and he's 8 years old because he's a man. I can't tell my son, oh, this is how you stroke, or, you know, this is how you do this. But I could tell my daughter, hey, baby, your period, your pads, your puberty, I could express that. I could go into depth about that. I can't go into depth about something that I'm not, regardless. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, when it comes down to that, and you also got to understand when you have women that didn't have fathers in their life, that plays a big role. If you were a fatherless daughter and also a single mom, you wouldn't be able to even speak on that because you've never even had that part to be played in your life. You know what I'm saying? So how can anyone get mad to say that a woman can't raise a boy into a man?
I agree.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question
Yes, sir.
because last week I definitely probably played the other side of the opinion. You feel me? That's probably based on the fact that I feel like I'm a man that was raised by a woman. You feel me? And I don't feel like I'm any less of a man because of that. Um. So what I did want to kind of clarify is like, do you think it becomes different if you are saying, can a woman like raise a boy to be a man? Can a woman teach a boy to be a man? Or can a woman show a boy how to be a man? Do you think like that varies the conversation, or you think either way it's just the same answer regardless?
Well, before I answer that, I want to go back. Just because a woman raises a young man, that doesn't make you less of a man. You might just have a harder time going through life and you may have to learn things on your own. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't make you less of a man. And on your other question, I don't it's a small difference. It's a very small difference with that, I personally feel. Um, how can I say this? I don't want to sound sexist. I don't want to play any favoritism or gender roles. When you have a super like if a woman is just pouring feminism into a young boy, they're gonna grow up with feminine characteristics. And what is that boy gonna be called? If they're feminine, if they're too feminine, if they're over feminine,
Okay.
what are they gonna be called? Exactly. Exactly. We don't want that. But mind you, that's not and maybe that young man is not gay. He's just feminine. Men are meant to be masculine, not feminine. Masculine, not feminine. How many men likes a masculine woman? How many men likes a feminine woman? It's a difference. It's a balance. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's less of a man. A woman, I used to have this issue. I would I would shelter my son instead of showing him how to get through something. As men, y'all are protectors and providers. How y'all gonna protect something if y'all so used to being sheltered? You know what I'm saying? A lot of women, me personally, I try my best to do as much as a mom, but my son has his dad in his life. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to spankings, I can't do that. I cannot do that. I'm gonna cry as a woman should. A woman is built off emotions. Men are built off of logic. Any comebacks?
Nah, I can't disagree with you. I was on this side of the fence last week.
It doesn't, and I want to make sure I
Wait.
want to make sure I stress it does not make a man less. But the standards, unfortunately, that the men are put at is just like, you don't want to be out here, excuse my French, being a hoe, not being able to protect your family, not being able to provide for your family. I'm a provider as well. I'm gonna go out there and get some money. I can protect my family as well with probably a instrument, a man-made instrument, but I can't take on a man with these. I'll lose. You know what I'm saying? So we need that
Right.
balance in the household. Women supposed to what? Cook, clean, take care of the kids, nurture. We nurture. Y'all are protectors. So my son's still going to be great, and every man on here is great, regardless if they were raised
All
by a
right.
man or woman. It'll just make the path of life a little harder because they didn't have that. In this world, you go out and work. Mommy can't show you how to build a treehouse with her bare hands. She got on her nails, but daddy get his hands dirty. Daddy could show you. When it's time for that man to build a treehouse for his kid, he ain't gonna know how. He gonna have to go to YouTube. Why? Because he ain't have that man experience, and that's okay. I personally feel like it'll just be a few bumps in the roads that young men will experience due to not having a father figure. As I said before, it doesn't make anybody less of a man.
Well, I say
Okay.
this.
So
Yeah, yeah. All right, brother.
go ahead, Lloyd.
No, I was going to say
No, go
I
ahead. Go
just
ahead.
say this because I disagree with you. I think that a woman can raise a man. Now, of course, there's going to be certain things that a woman can't teach a man, just because, you know, because she's not a man, but she can still instill man things into that boy. She can still teach him, hey, open the door for this woman. Hey, walk on the closest thing to the street when you with the woman. Hey, let this woman go first. Like she can still instill things that a man needs to have. She may not know everything, but she can get him to the finish line. Of course, you know what I mean. There, like you said, it'll be things that he'll have to learn for himself, or things that he can learn from other men in his life. But I think that a mom can instill the foundation that get him from point A to point B. And I think
I
just
agree
like
with you. Yeah, go
because
ahead.
hold on, just real quick, because like even some
Yeah,
people,
I think
some people are good parents, even without even lacking, like I say, like a woman, you might not can teach your daughter how to cook because you can't cook, but you can still teach her how to be a woman. Like you don't have to have all the tools in order to teach. You know what I mean? Even the best parents missing stuff. So
Yeah, I just think it was just a little right. I just think it's different between. I do think a woman can raise, you know what I'm saying, a child or a boy to become a man, but the question is, well, I guess the question is raise, or but I thought it was like teach him how to be a man. That's why I like disagreed in saying that a woman can teach a boy how to be a man. You know what I'm saying? She can raise him and instill like great values into him and teach him how to be a good person. And you know what I'm saying? But how to be an actual man, I don't think she can actually teach him that. That's where she's gonna have to like put him around, you know what I'm saying, other good male figures. That's where it's good uncles or a granddad or, you know what I'm saying, a preacher at the church or the football coach. You know what I'm saying? Somebody is there to help them, you know what I'm saying, guide them into manhood. You feel me? That the mom can't really do. And that's why it's like a lot of moms don't really have that, and they have these issues with these boys that's in their teenage years, and they in the limbo, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't really have no real discipline. Mom can't really discipline them how a father really could or a male figure really could. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that situation comes in, where it can't really teach them. Yeah, she
I
can
would like
raise them.
to add on to that.
Yeah, you can go
That
ahead.
goes back to character, like the regular guideline characteristics. My son and my
hmm
daughter, they both have manners, and that's due to me. I'm not gonna raise no disrespectful child. That's just basic characteristic, common matters, cooking, cleaning, washing dishes. Yeah, that's supposed to be a woman role, but that's a universal role. That's a no gender role. We have some stay-at-home fathers and some stay-at-home mothers. But the actual rate, like guiding them to be that man. No, the same way nobody on this screen right now can tell their daughter how bad period cramps are going to be, or tell their daughter what their stomach is going to feel like, or tell them what their top half is going to feel like when they're menstruating. It's just certain things. Like, I can't tell my son, you stroke her like this, or you stroke her like that. I don't have one of those downstairs. You know what I'm saying? So it is certain male characteristics that I personally feel a mom can't teach their son, but
Yeah,
we could still guide them to be great men, because as a woman, I know what I want out of a woman. I mean, I'm sorry, a man. You know what I'm saying? I know how I want to be treated by a man. So I'm going to make sure I'm able to teach my son, as you said, hold the door. Ladies first. You provide. You take out the garbage. The same things that I instill into my son this day. But just like the emotions, like being able to control and channel your emotions, women are emotional. We can't teach our son that. My son tells everybody it's not fair. Why? Mommy says it's not fair. For men, life is not fair. Y'all protect, provide. Ain't nobody gonna sit and say, "Oh, it's okay, baby." No, the world is still gonna come at him full force.
yeah. And ain't nothing like a reference, bro. Ain't
All
nothing
right,
like a
couple
reference.
things. And but this and that's like one of my things, and I guess that's really when like it differentiate between like teach and raise. You know what I'm saying? Because to
Yeah.
raise, you know what I'm saying, I feel like you can be aware of the things you can't necessarily provide, and you can put that young man in
Instill
situations
him
where he can still get what
right.
he need. And you can't discredit her for knowing if she knew what he needed. You feel me? If she knew he needed to be involved in this to get that, that's still a part of raising. You know what I'm saying? because some mothers not going to do that, and then that's when you had the children that's going to be missing those things you're talking about. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Right.
So that's why I
Correct.
like,
Agreed.
and I think like in natural conversation, teach and raise it just gets swapped so much, like teach,
Yeah.
raise, teach, raise.
Right.
But I think
Right.
it's very important to distinguish between the two words
Right.
because you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, what you know what I'm saying, what you are really asking her to do is different depending on what that one word is. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
hmm It makes the whole definition different. Teaching and
That's what I
raising.
wanted to ask you. And you kind of 100%. Now you got into a little bit, but I was definitely going to ask you this question. You feel me?
Okay.
As a woman, what do you think makes a man a man? Like, what
As
are
a
the
woman,
things you looking for to qualify if he's a man or not?
protection. That's number one. Protection.
Because I
Protection.
can't build no treehouse neither. You feel me?
Shut up.
Okay.
That was just an
But you
example. But
know what I'm
number
saying?
one
You could
thing is
probably
protection.
carry the 4x4.
Well,
No, I was just saying he can carry the 4x4. He can't build it, but he can carry the 4x4.
Number.
for
So number one thing you say
protection,
protection. Okay.
protection, strength, guidance. Guidance is number one. Like I would take guidance from a man over a female any day, and that's me being a female. You know what I'm saying? That protection. If you ask a woman out here, oh, what are you more fearful of at night? She's gonna say a man. A man. Um, guidance. I would want a person that's more level-headed, somebody that can control their emotions, somebody that understands and that thinks logically. I would want to be guided with that. Like, my bro, he would help me a lot. Like, I couldn't get it from my mom, Peas. Peas would tell me, you got to calm down. You got to put your emotions to the side. You're doing too much of stuff with emotions. Meanwhile, I'm in a male dominant world and I'm carrying emotions. I'm going to be underheard. I'm going to be overlooked because I'm doing everything out of emotions, So I would say protection and guidance. I wouldn't even say
All right.
stability like finances.
So
Women, get off your ass and get some money.
even if a woman can't like physically make him a defender, you feel me? Can she not teach him that his role as a man is going to be to have the responsibility to defend?
Well, I will communicate that with that man and let that man know these are my requirements and these are my expectations. If you're not able to fulfill them, I apologize. That's not for me. That's where communication comes in. Like I can't be with a man that can't have my back. I have health issues. Shit, I pass out. You gonna look at me or you gonna pick me up? Somebody trying to snatch my bag, you gonna look at them or you gonna beat them up?
No,
What do like
I
if it's me and
understand
my
that.
daughter, if it's me and
But
my
what I'm
daughter,
saying is,
yes, sir. What do you say?
so you can't teach your son to understand that he the
Wait, but we were
man in the
talking about
house.
a
You feel me?
man.
Like
Okay, my
even though
son,
he's
yes, I
young, you
can
feel
teach
what I'm
my son
saying?
that.
Like you can't teach him that No, I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's all I'm talking about. I'm talking about
Okay,
mothers raising
my
boys. That's
apologies.
all I'm
I
talking
thought you
about.
were talking about like a spouse type. My
Yeah.
apologies. Yes, like that's what my son does now. Like he knows like when it's you and your sister, you're in
No, no,
charge
no,
of
no.
your
When I
sister. You know what I'm saying? You're in charge of your sister. You look out for your
you
sister.
taught him
You
that.
make sure you have your sister's back. Yes, and I personally feel a woman can teach a young boy that. Those are characteristics. You know what I'm saying? But it's the actual man things that women can't teach.
Me too. Me too.
Like a good example, I had to put a water bottle inside of my pants and piss in the toilet to help teach my son how to use the bathroom. Sitting on the toilet ain't work for him. He has a wee wee. I have a pocketbook. That was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, but it
Okay.
still got done. Okay? So I personally feel like there's nothing that you can't teach, but certain manly things just needs a man. And mind you, it doesn't even have to be, like we said, a dad. It could be a friend. It could be an uncle. It could be an older sibling. You know what I'm saying? I feel like all boys need male guidance just for that masculinity that women can't give. But women can help and assist a young boy to be a man.
I get that. You feel me? Because, like, growing up, you feel me? I got a lot of cousins, you know what I'm saying? And, like, we had one cousin, you feel me, who was always inside with my grandmother. And then we had all the other cousins that was outside wrestling. My one cousin that was always with my grandmother, you know, I'll leave it to your imagination how he turned out. Great person, love him to death. But, you know what I'm saying? He turned out with different preferences than us, you feel me? And he was young, you know what I'm saying? Like, we definitely always, like, look like, dang, he the only one out here with us, you feel me? But, you feel me? Even with that, I cannot say that he not like a good man because he don't like what I like. You feel what I'm saying? He
It
was just
doesn't make
on
you,
some
like I
different
said, it
shit.
doesn't make you less of a man
Maybe
or a
it's
bad
right. Maybe
man.
some people is born that way. You feel me? But I don't think. I don't know. Like I get that it's going to be certain things, like you said, with the pen. Like nah, it's like. I mean, you found the way, you know what I'm saying? But it's not no natural way. You feel me? You can't stand at the toilet with your, you know what I'm saying? I get that. But when we talking about becoming a man, even if you don't get it early, yo, you're gonna learn how to piss in the toilet. That's not
But
a
that's
key
just a
essential
characteristic, though.
to
That's just
like
like a
the
characteristic.
development of being a man.
Cause you can get that when you start going to school and seeing everybody else peeing.
Exactly. But the question was, can a woman, it was the difference of
Right, you
guiding and
got one time
teaching
to
and
go in the
stuff like that.
stall.
You know, so it's like we can guide a young boy to be manly, but that masculinity, that's what we should say. Can a woman raise a boy to be masculine, or do you think a woman raising a boy will make them more feminine?
You know what? Like I think maybe a woman raising me didn't make me no more feminine, but it might make me be more in tune about how women feel. You know what I'm saying? I might be more sensitive to those things, you feel me? But you feel me? That's because as the man, you feel me, that I was taught to be, you feel me, those things matter, you feel me?
Right.
So I care more about those type of things, you know what I'm saying? But I think that's an additional value as opposed to a setback.
Right. I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. I personally feel that, you know, being raised by a woman, because I personally think that we were just bashing young boys being raised by women. There's also a lot of pluses with young men being raised by moms. As you just said, emotionally mature. Emotionally mature. That's number one. That's something that a lot of males lack. Males can't even have an emotional conversation with a woman because, oh, you're being too emotional. What the fuck you want me to be? I'm a female. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of pros to being raised by a woman, but the balance, and as I keep saying, it doesn't make anyone less of a man. I feel like it'll just be a few bumps in the road that he will have to experience by himself. And as I said before, I feel like moms sometimes shelter the child instead of allowing the child to go out there and figure it out. Showing the child how to figure it out. Don't hide him from it. Take his ass out there and make him do
Right.
it. Show him this is how you do it. Not, oh, okay, you can go inside. I'm not like that with my son. I'm a hard mom, but I'm
You
also a
know,
sweet mom.
you know what it really come down to at the end of the day, though, is that God
Answer.
designed it to be a two-person job. Whether you have a daughter or a son, you need that balance
Mm-hmm.
of both parents in order to, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like the
Yes.
optimal situation, the best way to raise a
Yes.
child is to have that balance of both. Because whether
Yes.
you got a son or a daughter, it's best when they have that balance. That's
It's
really
been
what it come
normalized.
down to.
Single parent homes have been normalized now. So it's like, I
Yeah.
guess, that's where this happens. Like, oh, my kids are inside with their dad while I'm doing this podcast. That's why my ass is outside. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that it's been normalized.
Right.
Oh no, I'm not gonna be with him. I'm not gonna be with her. What? But mind you, those are probably two people that probably grew up in a fatherless home or a motherless home, you know? So I personally feel like what we need to do as a community, as Black people, as individuals, as parents, we need to start normalizing the positivity in parenthood. Like, yeah, we had this conversation, but let's talk about the pros of being raised by a woman. Let's talk about the pros of being raised by a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. What else you got?
Um,
What else we
what
got
else I
today?
got?
Yeah. Unless you still want to go, you know
Um,
what I mean, on this.
um, no, this was definitely the main thing. I hope you got something.
I just want to tell you guys, I appreciate this conversation. I appreciate all y'all's time. All of you guys are kings and held at the most highest capacity. Don't ever let nobody dim y'all lights, no matter if y'all was raised by male or female. You guys are all great and nonetheless. You understand?
Thank you, Queen.
You welcome.
I appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
And
Appreciate
I
that.
think that like you know definitely before I get into a few
Thank you for
comments
that.
that I do got before we wrap it up, I definitely am not saying like the optimal situation is not for it to be to have both. You know what I'm saying? But just in seeing this video, I just felt like to generalize and say that it's not like possible at all. I just didn't think that was a fair, you know what I'm saying, statement. So I just wanted to get some other input on it and see how people felt about it. But again, like
It's most
Louis, I
definitely
think you most
possible.
accurate that you want to see two parent, you feel me, regardless. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're going for. But in the event that you don't have that, you feel me, it's still an opportunity to raise you a good man, you feel me?
Can I
But
rephrase everything that I said? I personally feel like
some
it'll just
people,
be a
you
little
feel
harder for
me,
that
just
mother. It may be a little harder. It may be a little harder road for the mom
yeah,
or
I
the
definitely
child, but
think
I feel
so.
like it's still possible. It's 100% possible. Nothing is impossible. It can be done. It'll just be a little harder. And shit, it might not work. It might. But that person, as long as I personally feel like this, if your child comes out well mannered, respectful, and is successful, shit, who got something to say about it? That's the goal, to make sure your children prosper, to make sure your children are better than you.
I agree. You know, let me ask you this, you feel me? Because you kind of like got around it a little bit, you feel me? But it's definitely a situation that's like more personal to me. You just talking about
Okay.
like when women, you feel me, aren't raised with their fathers, you feel me? And I feel like I'm like a direct I'm suffering from that kind of situation. Let me say it like that. You feel me? It's like my youngest kid, like I don't get to see my youngest kid. And I be feeling like because her mother didn't have a father like in the house, she think that's cool. You know what I'm saying? And
She
she
normalized
doesn't
it.
like be open to providing that opportunity.
Yeah, and that
And
goes
then
back to
so
where
you do
I
you think
said,
that's a mother raising a daughter well?
no, I disagree 100%. I disagree 100% because all this little girl is going to see mommy coming and going, mommy coming and going. Hopefully, no disrespect to your daughter. I'm just saying in general, maybe I don't know if she's dealing with other men. I don't know if there's men around her, but mommy got to do this, mommy got to do that. Then that's going to put in your daughter's head, oh, well, I got to do this, I got to do that because I don't have this, I don't have this man, or I don't have. No, every that's a whole nother topic because I'm gonna get pissed off. I don't feel like no parent should be away from their child, regardless of the situation. Women be taking their personal issues and putting it on the man. Let that man see his child the same way you let that man see your coochie. It wasn't no problem then. It wasn't no problem then, but now because this man don't want to be with you, because this man don't want to pay for your hair or something, you want to take this man and take this man's baby. Unless you harm that kid, I don't see no problem with you seeing your chick. But if she just want to be bitter, no, that's not raising no child. It doesn't matter if that's a little girl or a little boy. She's dead ass wrong.
Can't argue with that.
That just pissed me off.
Yeah, I agree with you
Because that's where
100%.
that's where
But
you have
like I
women.
always say, y'all pray for me. You feel me?
Exactly. She moved states for her kids to be close to their dad. You know what I'm saying? It's called sacrificing. Your baby mom is probably making it all about herself. It's not all about the kid. Because if it was, it doesn't matter. You better get this kid 3 days a week. I always tell my kids, father, if we separate, guess what? You're gonna have them 5 days. I'll have them too. I'm not gonna take. That's not what is it? That's not a flex to say, oh, I don't let my kid's dad or my kid's mom see the kid. Well, why? Well, why? You're taking away from your child. That's not okay.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm glad I blessed them that never really been in that type of situation. You feel me?
I'm trying to read these comments. She's still there.
It's the
But
same
no,
one.
yeah, I don't agree with that. That's not raising a child. That's honestly abuse. If you want to be correct, that's honestly abuse.
Kind of got somewhere else, but she did send another comment on the previous topic. You feel me? I'll read that in a little bit. But
Yeah, I thought you was trying to find the comments.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, no, I found them. You see them popping up? They started popping up by themselves, yo. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't do that?
Showed
That's
one,
what
they
I
kept
was
on
telling
popping
y'all.
up.
I
I
was like,
see
I'm trying
that
to read the
the chat.
comments.
You feel me?
All right, that's what's up.
I have a
Shit
question for you
breaking up.
guys.
Oh, you have a question for us?
Do you guys feel like a man can raise a baby girl? Any of you guys feel like y'all can raise a daughter? Like on your own 100%?
Um,
Will my mama help? Yeah.
It was the
I think
in my mama
yes.
help.
You know what I'm
I would
saying? But
definitely
no
help.
different from a woman.
I'm just
I
being
think it might
real.
be a little more difficult. Maybe like understanding certain, you feel me? But y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. We waiting for a response.
Everybody breaking up, shit going crazy. Lil, you said something?
Nah, we hear you, bro.
The only thing I
You
said
keep
is,
talking.
I would say yeah, but only because I would probably, you know what I mean, like
Everybody
have a
breaking up
super.
on my end.
I would have a super strong support system. You feel me? Mom dukes. I got sisters. I got a bunch of aunties, cousins. Like I would never really be doing it on my own. You feel me? So I think we
Okay,
could get. I
then.
think we could get. I think we could get to the finish line with my village.
Yeah, I agree.
And that goes back to women being nurturers. We are natural nurturers. There's more women support system than men support system. Like, you guys have mom, sister, this, that, grandma. But shit, we're uncle, grandpa, and everybody else except for me. Just using myself as an example. Because
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? So it's just like that. I couldn't think of not one person that'll be a support system with me raising my son outside of his dad. Outside of the homies, and friends. But, you know, automatic, it was, yeah, great support system, mom, grandma. You know what I'm saying? I have another question. Do you guys feel like I feel like anybody could raise a boy or a man at this, boy or a girl at this point, because we all know how we want to be treated. We all know what we want you guys know what y'all want out of a female, what y'all desire, what y'all think is an actual woman and not a HOE.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know what I think a man, a real man, is not no hood rat or no N word. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said before, it'll just be a little harder, but with the right support system, with the right guidance, both of those things are possible.
What you got to say on this, Chubbs? You been quiet, bro.
All right, so I want just in reference, huh?
No, Chubbs was getting ready to say something, bro. But if you had to, you was about to switch it up or something.
Nah, Chubbs about to say something.
Yeah, go ahead, Chubbs.
I was going to say, to answer the question, could I feel like a man raise a woman or a young lady or whatever? I'd say yeah. I low key kind of had experience in doing it. Now, don't get me wrong; their mothers are their mothers, and the impact in their lives is one thing. But my my first three nieces, I was around a lot. I had to be around a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it's a certain language that I speak with them that I feel like we only understand. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if they could get that with their mother. I'm not saying they can't, but I don't know if they could get the certain language that we speak with their mother. So I feel like a man could. It'd be difficult, don't get me wrong, and it's going to take a lot of patience. That's for damn sure. But I think more so as opposed to raising a man, I think a man, you say raising can raise a woman.
I agree with you. That's why I said earlier I would rather take advice from my father any day over my mother. I most definitely feel like you guys could raise a great young woman because you guys have that guidance, you guys have that masculinity, you guys are protective, you guys are supportive. You know what I'm saying? It's like you guys are everything in one. Like it's unfortunately it's a double standard with certain things, but women, we don't have everything in one. I was listening to one of the podcasts earlier, or like a video. They said, like y'all was talking about, men could go be a stripper, make $100. Women gonna go be a stripper and make the money. You know what I'm saying? There's just double standards with certain things, and men could do certain shit that women can't, and vice versa.
Can I say something real quick? One more thing too. I remember telling my niece, like at a very young age, that they were old enough to remember this for sure. I told them, I let them know, like, hey, you know, I'm willing to go to jail. And I kind of explained them the meaning behind that and what it meant. And I felt like the way that they carry themselves, I never got a phone call in which I knew would lead to that happening. And I think it's the way that we raised them, like they know, like in case of emergency, hit 911, and that's me. But I never got that call, and I thank God for it. So it lets me know that they're living their day to day without those sort of issues where they got to hit 911. You see what I'm saying? The way they live their lives day to day, I don't got to worry about some wild shit happening. My radar is up all the time, but I know I've never gotten that call, and I told them that at a young age. Like they're done graduated high school. Like these nieces in particular that I got, like they're grown. So I thank God that I never got that call. I'm always on go, but they've carried themselves a certain way that I've never gotten that call. So I'm very thankful.
I agree. I like that. Thank you for raising those queens to be queens. Help raising those queens to be queens.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Man,
I like
I
this
got a
young lady's
controversial
comment.
take.
What's your controversial take?
With somebody, what my controversial take is, with some of the things I be seeing out here now and then, some situations the man might be able to raise the young lady to be a woman better.
Oh yes, let's talk
They know,
about it.
you
Let's
feel
talk
me?
about it. Yes.
What they you feel me? If they know what they feel like, you feel me? A woman should carry themselves, you feel me? He can instill those things in her, you feel me? And also show her how she's supposed to be treated like a man so she can really be, you feel me? And sometimes the women, you feel me, they don't be having it all together, you know what I'm saying? So, I think it's
And I
definitely
said the same thing earlier,
situational.
100%.
I agree. It's just the like emotional things, real emotional things, the like period situations. You know what I'm saying? Like women go through mad different phases, like especially growing up in teenage years. So it's like, you know what I mean? You need some type of woman. That's why I say, as long as, and man, if I got my mom's or somebody I can talk to, a woman I can talk to and say, hey, this is what's going on right now. And I don't really understand. I can't really feel it in the way that she feels it. You know what I'm saying? So I need a woman to explain it to me or help me through it or help me guide through that. Cause yeah, it's just certain things they go through that I ain't never gonna really feel or experience. I can't even
Like
fathom.
having babies and having a monthly. That's two things that a man will never be able to understand.
And they like just different. You know what I'm saying? During those
Yeah,
times.
but
Mm-hmm.
how often in life? How often in life are we able to support people through things that we never been through?
You could always be supportive.
Yeah, it's supportive,
You can
but
always
you know what
be
I'm
that's
saying?
being having empathy
To
or
be a
sympathy for a person.
You know what
I'm
I'm
talking
saying?
about
Like,
to
so
actually
what you
be a
saying
guide.
though?
I'm saying to be a
What
guide
like
through
so what you
through
saying?
certain
She
things.
can't teach her how to change the tampon? That's what we saying?
Nah, I can't teach her how to change no tampon, you feel me? I can't. I can't. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? I'm
right.
gonna be real. You know what I mean?
Hey, look,
You
bro.
feel me?
The beautiful thing is
Even with Google.
you can learn how to do anything on YouTube.
Even with
So
Google.
I couldn't teach her how to put in one. I can't teach her how to put in one. I just gotta find the right
we
YouTube
can
video.
we can watch a YouTube video together.
That's
But I'm not
ridiculous.
Exactly.
teaching her
No.
how to put
No,
one in.
that's something that has to have a woman guidance. Period.
And it's just
That's just
certain, yeah, it's just certain like tricks to that help them get through it. So it's like cramps and certain things, you feel me, that we ain't never ever experienced and never ever going to experience that type of pain or whatever it really is. I can't even, you know what I'm saying, explain
All right.
what it's about.
All
Pass
But
with
I
right.
the
just
Can I put
wings,
this
yo.
in the
Pass with the
atmosphere?
wings.
I'm
Can
just
I put this
saying,
in the atmosphere?
it's little remedies. You need that.
I want to put this
pardon
in the
him.
atmosphere. You feel me? They are things about being a female, not necessarily things about being a woman.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Being a female in
Okay.
general, because just because you got your cycle
You
doesn't
know
make
what I
you a
mean?
woman.
You're right.
All right, for instance, the same way y'all
Male, you
couldn't
feel me?
do
Same
a
thing with people.
tampon.
They males.
Look, check this. The same way y'all can't do a tampon, I bet every man could put a condom on a penis quicker than a female without being confused on how to do it. Am I lying?
I mean, I think
Yeah.
naturally you should be, but some of these females is good.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they
See,
put
and
it on.
those the ones that didn't have a mother or a father probably that's out here doing bald head hoe shit.
Yeah.
Those are the one my baby
Some
can't
got a
play with
lot
her
of
kids.
practice.
Especially if they put it on with their mouth.
Shit, they might learn that from their mama, low key.
They could have learned it from their mama.
Learn that from mama, low key. Shit.
My baby not even allowed to twerk. You understand me?
Hey,
I don't want to
listen,
see
when you
no
get out
twerking.
here with these niggas and you fucking, don't come home with no babies. If he ain't gonna put the condom on, you put that shit on. That's how it go. You know what I'm saying? Like that's good parenting.
These are the certain ways you can do it.
That's good parenting right
But
there.
what happened to the banana and
Hey
showing
man,
the
would you rather
example?
her
But
be out
that's
there not
why.
knowing what they do?
You're right.
But look, but that's why the young boys need that father to show them, look, young man, this how you put the thing on. And that's it's like the girl said in the comments. I loved her comment. It was something about balance. It's all about balance. Even if it's not a two-parent home, the children supposed to see each parent. A child is not supposed to be held away from the other parent, regardless if it's mom or dad. That's
Yeah.
not how it goes. But society has normalized that shit, feeling like, oh, putting the dad on child support is enough. No, that's some fucking government ass shit. The dad could bring the money personally to himself. Why y'all got to take it out the check? Y'all just cutting, making it easier for these children to be single, having only one parent. Mind you, it's in our community that's going on mostly. A woman could raise a man to be a
Unfortunately.
never provide the male perspective. Only
Is this the comment you
Oh,
was
that's
talking
the
about?
comment from earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean that's the
it's
only one I
all
really seen
about.
about balance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the one from earlier.
Like, it's about balance. Like, a home may not have to
Shout
be
out to
two
the chat.
parents, but a child deserves two parents. That's the goal. A child to have two parents. That's why we only have two sexes, male and female. That's why you got two parents, male and female, to make that balance happen.
And that's basically what we got to get back to. Just more
So
balance,
what do you
more
think is like the
community,
biggest?
more, you know what I mean, village raising for
I
these
want to hear his
kids.
question. I know it's going to be good.
Hmm.
You had a
I think I
question, young
forgot it.
man? All you did was drink
Balance.
some soda
What was
and
I
you forgot
saying?
it.
I started listening to who?
What you
Yeah,
were
I started
saying,
listening to him.
what do you think is the biggest reason? What?
Oh. So I wanted to get your opinion on like the biggest losses in like not, I guess, in not having a two-parent household. I mean, I know we expressed the importance of balance, so I think like overall I get that, but like when you think of the actual things that create balance, which you may or may not have, like what you
Yo, you
think
see
you
me
like
shaking my
get
head?
lost
A
the most
lot
in
of
not
shit.
having a two-parent household.
Shit. It's hard. You just watch that one parent
We here
struggling.
for it.
You just see that one parent going
Solo
in,
shot.
no help. It's just like all by themselves. What?
That's
Oh,
for
I
sure.
feel like you just see the parent just going in by themselves, all by themselves, no help. And it's like that affects the child. It's like, dang, my parent is alone, regardless if it's mother or father. You know what I'm saying? So it's, I'm sorry, it makes me overwhelmed. It makes me really overwhelmed. But not having that double parent home, even if it's not a double parent home,
We
that
here
goes
for
back to
you.
what we were saying. A child deserves two parents, regardless if it's in home or out of home. No parent should be held away from their child. Simple. If you a baby mama and you out here holding your baby's father away from your kid, you're nasty. You're a peasant. You're bitter. And if you're a man doing it to your baby mom, you're an emotional bitch. That's not okay. That's why we have so many misled children. It's so many misled children because they feel like they just got to do everything on their own. They don't know if they could go to their parent because their mom or their father is already stressed out. That's why a lot of kids turn to the street because they already seen their mother or their father doing it on their own. So they don't want to feel more of a burden to their parent. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like bring back two parent homes.
Or just both parents being active and
No,
working
fact.
together. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? That's what it's really about. Both parents have to be active
Yeah, that too.
and understand that,
Co-parenting.
Boom, there it is.
Co-parenting,
Co-parenting.
man.
Co-parenting.
because you gotta like just understand that hey, like
Co-parenting is better than no parenting.
it's almost
Co-parenting is
like,
better than no parenting.
to me, like how I explained it was like we running a business. Like we both own this business. We not together. We not, you know what I'm saying? We both live our own separate lives. But we need to make sure that we are feeding into this business and making
Equal
sure this business
partners.
as as successful as it could be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we got all these years to build it. We got 18 years to build the most successful business or longer. You know what I'm saying? We don't gotta, you know what I mean, stop at 18. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like that's what it's really about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yo, it's crazy. Like my aunt texted me, you know what I'm saying, the other day for real, and she was just like, like you're doing such a great job with Jayla because you know the prom pictures. Everybody seen the prom pictures and shit for real. So I'm just like, y'all had everything to do with this too. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody helped raise this. It was a village. It was a group effort. You know what I'm saying? To help her get to the things that she getting to, and that's what I feel like everybody need. All these kids need. You know what I'm saying? They need all of us helping them, you feel me, get to where they need to go. You know what I'm saying? And then we won't have it won't even matter if it's just a one parent home and then because there's so much support, you feel me, outside that they still getting where they need to go.
Growing up as children, I'm pretty sure we're all around the same age. But when we were growing up as children and these children now, it's totally different. How many barbecues do you see going on? Not a lot. How many children do you see in the streets riding bicycles, kicking over garbage cans, got on their sweatsuits on Christmas and doing all of that? No. Why? Because the parents aren't even taking out half the time to do these things with them. You got the moms and dads going out to club more than they taking their children to the playground.
Yeah, I seen somebody say, "What happened to playing catch?" You feel
You
me?
going you
Like
gonna just throw them the phone, throw
that's
them the
why
iPad, throw them an electronic?
that's why there ain't no baseball and no black baseball players because ain't no dads to play catch with them for real. Like that used to be a thing as a kid.
Like, but even
What he
even with
say?
not even only dads, let's not make it about the mother, the parent role. How many of y'all had grandmas and y'all was all with y'all cousins at y'all's grandma's house?
Yeah, that's true.
Family, regardless if
That's
it's
a fact.
neighborhood friends, if it's your cousins, sisters, all of us, we in the house, we at least had each other. We
Me,
at
that's
least
for
had the
damn sure.
older cousin, older sibling, older something. We at least had some older guidance. These
Yeah.
children, it ain't nothing on nothing.
They on the internet.
That's it. That's it. Motherfucking kid could use a phone, but don't know how to ride a bicycle with no training wheels. Make it make
Yeah,
sense.
that's crazy. Yeah, I feel
Make
you.
it
I
make sense. It's
understand.
it's not the same. Like even with these cartoons and stuff, it's like it's not the same.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Exactly.
Everything is a little different now.
I definitely agree. Times is different.
Right? It's 100% different. That's why we
Hey,
Times is
supposed to
certainly
live as
man,
a
different.
unit.
we almost grew up in the like the
But
best time on earth
grand,
for real.
Yeah,
grandparents
we
aren't
did.
grandparents anymore.
The hell? I
Yeah,
remember when it was only two types of broccolis, high grade and low grade. Now all this extra shit.
grandparents ain't grandparents no more.
Times have
Grandparents hiding
changed.
from the kids. Nah,
Uh,
they don't even want them to sleep over on the weekend.
hell yeah, god damn, you feel me?
Hmm.
That was a lot. Shout
You
out to
know
everybody
why?
in the
Because
motherfucking
they at the
chat.
hookah lounge smoking hookah.
People, y'all
Hey, the
must wish
grandparents
we
not
got
even
that. You
grandparents
feel
no more. The
me?
grandparents got BBLs and shit.
Yeah, the grandparents definitely got BBLs.
The grandparents is 30. The grandmas is 30. The daughter's 15. Like, what?
Yeah, we gotta stop that.
So that's where it's really fucking up. Like this generation is in for it,
And
but
the
by the grace of
grandchild
God, we
6 months.
survive.
Ah,
Yeah, I rebuke that evil. I said, don't put that evil
Solid
on me.
yeah,
foundation sets the
trying.
tone for the child together or not. You gotta be on the same team as far as raising a well-rounded child. Exactly. That's where healthy co-parenting comes from. Co-parenting is better than no parenting, as bro said.
Amen.
Thanks. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. That shit, that should be crazy. Especially like having two kids, like two different mothers of my children, looking at the difference in their relationships. It's like, and I don't even necessarily think she a bad mother, like to my kid. You feel me? But I don't think she realizing like the impact she having and not allowing this relationship to be, you feel me, a developing one. So it's just like unfortunate for real.
But
But
there's things
like I
we can
said,
do.
kid, 14 now.
Excuse me.
14.
Your daughter's 14?
Oh yeah, I thought she was talking. Yeah, yeah. So you know what I mean. She 14 now, yeah. So now it's kind of like I wouldn't go to the court at this point, you feel me? But it's like I'm not gonna make you like I remain accessible, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm here whenever you trying to, but I don't really know what's coming from that end to make her like be interested or not interested, you feel me? But you know, I do continue to reach out on a regular basis, you feel me?
Well, as a young woman that didn't have their dad due to him being behind the wall and still being behind the wall, um, my mom, she was really disgusting. She just cut me off loop with him. All I ever had was letters. And when I turned 18, I got over 100 letters from him of every time that he wanted to talk to me, and my mom wouldn't let him. You know what I'm saying? Everything that he wanted to say. I had some of those letters dated all the way back from 2009 type shit. And that did something for me just because I seen my dad was dedicated to me and to my love and just my presence. And he didn't let nothing stop. You know, so you don't let nothing stop you. You don't get discouraged or nothing. You got 4 years, honey, until your baby girl is 18. 4 years, so you don't get discouraged. You keep trying and you show your baby that she is more than worthy of you trying every fucking day, regardless if you don't get no results until 4 years from now. You keep trying because that's what's gonna get y'all back like this. We don't know if your BM telling her bad things about you or not, but you could document this shit. You could show her when she gets to that age to where you could be like, nah, baby, I always wanted you. I always wanted to be in your presence, but I was not allowed. I did not want to take you. I did not want the police involved. I care for your mother because I know she has you. I don't want her in jail. I don't want to go to the courts. I don't want to put the people in your life. So I did fall back, you know? So don't be discouraged. You got it.
Yeah, and like the life, you know how fast years go. You know what I'm saying? So once 18, you know what I mean. It's still a long life after that. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, it ain't going how you would like it to go right now, but that don't mean that that's the end of the book. That the story
Look
is
at
over.
Tyrese Gibson's daughter.
It's just that's a perfect example.
Look
You
at
know,
her. As soon as she turned 18, she moved with her dad. Her mama couldn't get no
I
more
seen that.
$10,000 of child support, nothing, because
man.
her dad stood in the paint for her all that time. Her dad was still there, present, showing up and showing out. As soon as she got 18, all right, ma, deuces. Left her in the wind. Now she ain't getting no money, and she ain't got the man, the money, or the daughter. And that's
So
probably going to be for a lifetime. You may got to thug it out just for a little bit, but your baby got that last say so
yeah, just
outside
continue
of
to
God.
be righteous. You feel me? Long as
Hmm.
you righteous, you know what I mean. All things will. You know what I'm saying? Be right. But yeah, what y'all got to say, man?
Hey
Y'all
man, I
quiet over
appreciate
here
y'all.
for real.
Right?
You know we got you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Definitely
Because I'm
got you.
listening to the people, children.
Man,
So this one of
This is
those
a
had to
really healthy
listen moments.
conversation.
Yeah, it is.
It was from a different perspective, one that I don't have too much knowledge about, but so I was listening. Certain
I
times you just
mean
gotta
that's
shut up and listen, and it's one
that
of those times.
situation. Part of the reason why I only got one kid. You feel me? I be like,
hey man.
do I want to
Wow.
do this again and
Shit.
possibly be like,
Molly, you feel me?
Yes,
woo?
yes. You said my
I
name.
want you still got a little more time. I definitely want to give you the floor if you had one more question for us. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying, before we
Um,
start, coming towards the end, we'd love to have one more question for you. We got some time for it.
yes, most definitely. Let's think of a really good one. Everyone here has children, correct?
Put you on the spot.
no,
No,
not everyone. Not everyone.
I don't even
Nope.
supposed to be here.
We got two with children and two without.
Right.
Okay, well, For the two without kids, I got one for you real quick. Do you want to have kids?
The quiet nigga's the one with no kids.
That's a good
Exactly.
question.
Now, do
That's a
y'all
good
want to? Now,
question.
after this debate,
I'm gonna
no,
mute and
after
let
this
them talk.
conversation, do y'all want to have kids? Do you guys feel confident about having children? What if you guys have daughters and the mothers aren't there? Do you guys feel like you could do it? Like realistically speaking, like somebody call y'all right now. Hey, I'm about to come drop this baby girl off on your doorstep. Ding dong, baby's there. Now what?
Well, to answer your first question, do I want to have kids? I'll say that I did want to have kids for a long time, but the way it's shaking out right about now, in the age that I am, I probably really don't see it happening. You know what I'm saying? But to answer your second question, like I said earlier, you know what I mean. If I was in that situation, I got a good support system. You know what I mean, I would make shit shake. You know what I mean. Not only that, like I come from a family like of a lot of women, so like I ain't really raised no woman, but I didn't have my hand in being part of a village for a lot of young ladies. You feel
Right.
me?
It kind of makes
So
it a little different for with that answer due to the fact that you don't have any kids. The That's personally how I feel. I feel like that, like the answers of any of these questions are different because having a kid and actually talking about it is different. It's really different. Like I be thinking every day still, I've been a mom for 9 years and it's like, yo, I'm a fucking mom. I can't give these kids back. They're mine, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Okay, I have a question for the two with kids.
Hold on, I didn't get a chance to answer the question.
Oh, I'm so sorry. He's so quiet down there. I'm so sorry.
Do I want kids? Sure. It's not at the top of the to-do list, but sure. And the second question, if I got a knock, could I take care of a girl? Sure. I mean, don't get me wrong. It would have its peaks and valleys. Like I want to make it seem like it'd be the easiest thing in the world, but I've got enough experience, and I didn't had a part in a lot of young ladies' lives that, yeah.
That had children and you were a great man and you stepped up and played the role for those children while you were dating their mother.
Yeah. I mean, I'm laughing because I was thinking something. I was laughing because I was thinking of something else. But when you said that scenario, for the time being, I was there. Yeah.
Don't dim your light. You know what I'm saying? You were there. You didn't have to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. If in the way that I deal with women, like I'm gonna have to get to know. Like I'll get to know all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So yeah.
And like I said, with the first, I feel like that it was just sure. And as a parent, that's a full blown parent. I think twice. It's like if I had the opportunity to not have kids and to still have kids wholeheartedly. Like my kids can't hear me, but I probably wouldn't do it.
I'll put it like this. It
Like
was one
maybe
point
at
in
a
my life
later
where if that
age.
did happen, it was one
What?
point in my life where that did, like, if that was to happen, I'd be like, oh shit.
Right.
I'm at a point in my life now where it'd be like, okay.
Okay, you ready? Chubby ready for
If it happens, it
everything.
happens. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. Like, I'm not really tripping. Once upon a
What he
time, I
say?
would have been tripping, but I'm not tripping.
Hold on. Hey, Holiday, what 2025?
Yeah.
What Chubb supposed to be doing?
Chubb trying to get married.
All right,
He's finding a
trying to
wife.
get married. He's finding a wife.
Chubb's finding a wife in
let's add a
2025.
baby to that. You feel me?
Listen, you don't gotta invite me to the wedding, but I have to be at the baby shower to see what at least the gender reveal. At least the gender reveal.
That's what's
Yeah,
okay.
let me ask y'all. I'm gonna ask you the non-kids father questions real quick. Non-fathers questions. How long
I'm
do
not
you
having a
feel
gender
like it
reveal.
should be
Like, my
before a
bad.
woman lets you meet her kid?
What was the question?
Could y'all hear me?
Nah,
I heard
what's
you loud
that?
and clear.
How long before y'all meet the
How
kids?
long do you think a woman should wait?
Mm.
Yeah, but Louis and Chubbs though.
How long should a woman wait before she let me meet the kids?
Correct.
Yeah.
Uh, I would say at least 60 days.
60 days.
So 2
Yeah,
months.
2 months at least.
I respect that.
Okay.
Like now,
I've had
Is this a woman that they have potential with? Right?
yeah, yeah, that's what I was asking about to ask.
Oh.
Yeah, a woman that
That's
you
a tough
that
I
you
job.
have
mean,
potential with.
I guess so. Y'all dating.
Yeah, with 2 months. All right.
I
Eventually,
mean, so
2 months.
you know what though? That right there, that right there. So that kind of like see, if you decided like you dating, then maybe it's cool by then. But I think my thing more or less is like if we haven't even established where we going,
nah,
and you got me
don't.
Right.
meeting
Y'all
your
didn't set no
kids,
plans, no goals, no
that's like a
Don't.
red
understanding.
flag for me. You feel me? So any actually, but like if I'm pulling up at your house, you feel me? Like on a late night, it's the second time I came over, and you just like got your kid out like regular, like
You a dub.
your
I
kid
mean, I'm
shouldn't
gonna
be
walk
seeing
out.
me come over here late night so soon. You feel me? Like he should meet me in the daytime first. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's first of all.
I'm judging. I'm judging.
Yeah, when you come
100%,
over in the
because
late
you're gonna
night,
be the mother of you think you got potential being a mother of my kid, and you just letting me see your kid at 3:30 with my dick in my hand.
what about when she like when you come over in the late light and you meet them and then she locked the door?
No, your kid, if you're sneaky linking, your kid should not see your sneaky link. No, late night, nothing. This is not your daddy. He is not coming in your house. No, I feel like it'll be if two people are dating and they both have kids. All right, you can meet the kid a little earlier, but I still feel like 2 months is too soon because y'all don't know where y'all going. Even if y'all did set goals and expectations for one another and for y'all relationship, what if shit goes left? You know what
I
I'm
was
saying?
I was saying 2 months in the sense of a situation to where it's like I don't know, you drop some food by her, you drop something by her real quick and she just happened to have the kids with her. You just meet the kids, you know what I'm saying? You don't really hang with them, meet them like that, but you may run into them at some point if you messing with them. You know what I'm saying? If you messing with them for 2 months, you may run
I mean,
into
like
them.
DoorDash.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
You may want, you know what I'm saying, drop some food on, drop something that she like on real quick. You may just catch, you know what I mean?
Mm-mm,
You may just
mm-mm.
catch the kids.
Like
Nah,
I'm
like
always
no,
nah.
no. Like it'll be one thing, like if you a
Exactly.
decent man, like I'll
That's
answer
your
for myself.
friend.
Like if you a decent man or whatever, or a woman, because I like both. If you're a decent man or something and you consider my kid like, hey, I'm gonna bring you something to eat. What did your kid like? It's like, okay, I see that you're considering my kid. I see it's not, oh, you're just trying to come over and get in my undies. You're actually considering my kid being decent. You're not forcing yourself, but you're showing like I'm accepting of your child. Because some people they're not accepting of children. Some people are nasty to other people's kids. I'm not playing about my kids.
That's true.
I'm accepting by letting you know
He's so funny.
the
Yeah, I hear my
I'm just
phone going
saying,
off.
don't have me. Don't have me. If we not establishing
That's my
something for
friend.
real, don't have me right. I don't even want to be a
Well,
nigga
damn,
that
how many
just
friends are you
popped in
gonna
and
have? Are
popped
you
out
gonna
their
introduce
life. You
every
feel me?
man
I don't even want
to
to be that nigga.
like? She's
Hey
saying
yo,
that's my friend.
I mean, vice versa. How many women have you introduced to your daughter? Do you introduce women to your daughter?
Who?
Nigga.
I'm
But
talking
why
to
I
would you?
say 3,
3 women.
4. You feel me?
You introduced 4 women
What 4. But
in
one
seven
was
in
like
17 years.
strictly my friend, you know what I'm saying? The second one, yeah. The second one was ended up being my youngest daughter mother. The third one was somebody that I was like dealing with for a minute, you know what I'm saying? And then the fourth one was really by accident.
Okay. See,
But
because
4 ain't bad.
accidents happen. Like I said,
We listen and we don't judge.
accidents definitely happen. For me, like it's really
True
been like
indeed.
one, one.
There's my honey.
You already
Not
know.
wrong with that
You know what I'm
neither.
saying?
Not
Yeah,
wrong with
so
that
that's all
neither.
she ever. That's all she ever seen. That's all she know.
So she's only seen one woman.
She only seen one woman,
Mm,
and she carry herself as such.
awesome. But that's how it's supposed to be. Your children shouldn't be exposed to multiple individuals.
Yeah.
I know I'm late, fellas and ladies.
Um,
What's up, bro?
What's up,
In
P?
What's
all
up?
fairness,
mm,
even though she ended up being, feel me, I just took her to a party, so it was like a lot of people there when she like first met her. You know what I mean? Nigga, peace.
Yo.
but if he
What's up,
dropping
bro?
something
You
other
late
than
as
dick off
shit.
real quick, mm-mm.
What happened?
I was
Oh, you
reading the
really?
comments.
I think that like yeah. All right. So listen, we was talking about stopping by. You feel me? So her initial comment was like, when you said running into her, oh, that's my friend. That's what she was saying. Then
Yeah.
you made a comment about it. You feel me? So
Oh
I
yeah,
think
I
that's
did.
when
And I
she
was
came
like,
back and said, "Nah,
okay,
that's if you
okay,
dropping off something other than dick real quick." That's when I would say that. You feel me?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's always
But
available
she
though.
finally
You know what I mean?
says, "Yeah, that she got crazy,
well,
right?"
the balance is letting the child see your happy alternate.
Hit me when your kids go to sleep, man. I ain't playing. You feel me? I'm good.
Hey, yo.
It's a freaky link, nigga.
Peace.
What's going on? I know I'm late. I know I'm
What's your
late.
What's your thoughts? You got the floor. Cause we gonna be wrapping up shortly.
No.
So what you want to talk about?
Shit. I don't I'm just here for you, brother. I'm here for y'all. I really
It's
Go
good to see you,
crazy.
brother.
Very good.
I'm glad we can do this. You know what I'm
After an hour and 45 minutes of you being late.
I
Always.
know, I know, I know, I know.
He had to
I
get
was
some
running
peace
I
and
was
quiet.
running late. I was running late, man.
It's okay. I was your replacement.
I'm pretty sure you did a
It's
good
all
job.
good. You
That
you
I
you
did.
you left us in good hands,
For
bro.
sure.
Thank
For
you
sure.
guys. They're very awesome as well. I would love to do this again.
Hey,
See?
hey, we would love to have you on, and I'm speaking for Holiday. You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
Wait, which one's holiday?
Holiday's the
Yeah,
host.
yo, shit crazy over here on my end. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, your
Yeah,
holiday.
That's
yeah.
me.
I felt like the host, honestly, this show. But hey,
No,
holiday,
we
thank
just
you
We
for
ain't
we let
having
introduced
you do
me.
your
ourselves. Our
thing.
names not
Yeah,
up there. What's going on?
Listen, we
yeah.
just jumped into it, but it
What
was really
happened?
good, very educational.
What she said?
What?
You can't hear,
Yeah,
bro?
yeah.
My shit break. There we go. Some names for you.
Yeah, I see you over there producing and doing, you know what I mean, directing and
Well,
shit
mind you, say
for
TraMatic.
real.
I didn't even see that.
So y'all
My
touched
shit
on
break look
what
like a
subject?
motherfucker.
What subjects did y'all touch on this podcast?
That nigga
Oh,
Peas
Let
took
me
his
let the host
glasses
be a
off
host and stop trying
what
to
you want
host.
to talk about, Peace?
And shit,
No,
but then
What you what's on
bitches
your
back
mind,
on.
brother?
no, I'll tell you this. I ain't really too much on my mind. I've been
All
working,
crazy.
man.
I don't even know
So
if I can refresh my
Working.
shit.
yeah. So I'm a little off. I'm a little off right now.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
off.
Well, I would
yeah.
like to hear your feedback on, do you think
What?
a
Chubbs.
woman will raise a man, a little boy or young man?
Oh shit, we talked about that last time. I gave my
I didn't hear your response because I feel like we all
You a
have
little
a
off right
different
now?
viewpoint. I
No,
feel like
no.
we all
Mine's
gave
mine's
a better
mine's and yours
viewpoint.
is mine's and yours is very similar. We
No,
spoke.
wait, but I got some knowledgeable information from these kings, the same as well they got from me. And I feel like all of our answers have adjusted in some ways.
All right, so let me hear the adjustment.
Come on, host. You take the floor. You the host.
I think I think it's like I think we have some technical difficulties over there for her.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, he
Understood.
was talking about something else. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so more or less we
Yeah.
Definitely have some technical difficulties, bro.
Yeah.
more or
It's
less we got to the understanding of that it's a balance. And it doesn't make a young man less than being raised by a woman. Co-parenting is no parenting. I felt we all came to the agreement that this generation is normalizing single parenthood, not even co-parenting.
yeah.
Um, yeah, we touched bases on a lot. You missed a lot of shit.
I know. I apologize.
Yeah, bro.
Um,
Can't recap that.
we compared and
It's
contrast
a lot of running around I had to do today.
It's all good.
because you're an active father, and we understand that.
And that's what this shit was
Chubbs.
about. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Man, it's a tough night for me.
You want some Chubbs thoughts? Chubbs, you got some thoughts, bro?
Not for this week.
All
I
right.
didn't do
Ain't no
anything
thoughts.
last week. I,
Ain't no
I didn't
thoughts.
live life last week. Chilling,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm
okay.
Already,
I'm
bro. I
outside.
got you. So I ain't got no thoughts from
I didn't
Chubbs
live
for
life this
real.
Like,
weekend. I'm living it this weekend. Though. I'll have something, but not
What?
this.
I
I
got a
didn't do
question for
shit.
Chubbs. I got a question for Chubbs.
There we go.
Whoa.
Yo, did you ever
Well,
try to reach back out to Shorty?
Nah, I was chilling this weekend, but
Oh, oh,
I'll tell you offline what I'm gonna do.
oh, okay,
That
All
was
okay.
a
right.
good question.
Yeah, I
That
was
was a
chilling
good
this weekend, but
question.
I'll let you
Let's
know what I'm
check
gonna do.
back in with that.
I'll let you know what I'm gonna do. I'll let you know what I'm gonna do.
All right.
Let
okay,
me.
I have a question for you, Peace.
You always
Do
have a
you
question for me. I know.
shut up?
Real quick.
What's
Do
up?
you feel as if you could raise your daughters 100% by yourself?
No,
There we go.
no.
Who you going to?
What you mean?
Like, who will be your support system?
Shit,
No,
right
but that
now.
wasn't the question. That wasn't the
That
question. It
wasn't.
was
I know. We
to
just added that. We
think.
just added that extra.
But
Extra.
no, but you're going too far from what we learned earlier in our conversation. That wasn't yet. That's step three. We still on
I
number
know.
one.
I know. I know. I know.
I ain't gonna front. He puzzled me with that question too. I'm glad you stopped it. 'Cause I was about to
Thank you. Um, yeah, because no, we all answered the same question, and we went further that, it takes a village. That's where
yeah,
it goes
yeah,
back to, like, it's a balance of men and women, regardless. Like I used an example of when we all were growing up. We used to all be at grandma's house with all of our cousins, no matter if
Yeah,
they were
that's
older
true.
than us or smaller than us. So there was always some type of older guidance, and it was always a balance, regardless if it was male or female. What else did we have a debriefing on?
Hell yeah. Shit. I always need another female to help me. I don't have all the answers. Not with no
Do
daughter.
you
Nah.
feel like you could help your daughter with her tampon?
What?
These were the
Nah.
questions that we were asking today. Cut it out. It's not me being. I'm filling you in where I want to hear your input because
One
we
way
have
we
two
want it.
kings here that are not fathers,
One
and then we
situation
have.
of raising a daughter by yourself.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. That's fortunately I have females around me. So, you
So you
know.
got that. Somebody you can ask. That's what I'm saying. We logical, so we
Yeah.
gonna like figure out how to solve the problem. Let's find a
Yeah.
solution to the problem. Is
Yeah.
the solution is I don't understand? Let me find somebody who understand.
Yeah.
And that goes back
Definitely.
to teaching a young man. That's why that balance with a man is good because women think out of emotion and men think logically. We could think logically after we're done with our emotions. How many posts do y'all see? Oh, I can handle it. I just got to freak out first.
Yeah,
Men
crash
think
out
out of logic.
first. But once you crash out, you crash out.
Oh, Peas knows I'm going to freak the fuck out. And then I'm like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, of course. It's been years. It's been years.
Yeah, way before I was a mom. Ugh. And due to me not having male or female guidance, Peas had to come see me in the county jail. The fucking 18
What
years
Whoa.
old.
Oh,
up?
okay. Can
Can
we get
niggas
the?
hear
Can we
me?
get the?
Sorry.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
my
we hear
listen,
you.
but hold on, pause. No, that's a good example. I did not have a father figure, but I had peace. He was a male in my life that I could look forward to. He was a male in my life that I could confine to for protection, for understanding, for a listening ear, for support, for guidance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't always look at it in a bad way. I'm a
Shout
female
out to
that
I
was
P.
feel you.
fatherless.
Shout out to you, bro.
Big
I
You just
P.
came on here to get some love for real. Shout out to you. You know what I mean?
I just, I try to
you
spread
just
love. It's the
just
Brooklyn way.
just doing what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? What a real one's supposed to do.
I spread love the Brooklyn way.
But Chad, like look like we got 8 minutes holiday. How you wanna play? You know what I'm saying? It's time.
Hey, I about to say we can get that answer on the two original. I mean, on the question that we originally started the show with.
What was that?
Okay. What is the
Uh,
what is the
Can niggas hear me, bro?
yeah, we
yeah,
Yeah,
hear
we
we
you,
hear
bro,
can
you.
but
now.
Niggas
we
hear
got
me?
it. We know you got stuff going on. We got it. Yo. We got you.
I'm being your co-host. I got you, bro.
We got you, bro.
What is
What was
Yeah,
What
the
no.
original question?
The
the
original
question
question
was
was
go ahead,
what
Louis.
what
Yo, I
movie
can hear y'all holding it down.
what movie do you quote the most, and what rapper do you quote the most?
Hey, y'all messed up. Y'all didn't ask me that.
Yeah,
We
you
asking
joined
you
on
now.
after.
Yeah,
Yeah,
after that.
you
Yeah.
joined on after we talked about that.
For
Yeah,
So
me,
we
it's
we
house
asking
now
you
I'm
party.
now.
asking you now.
House party.
House
Mhm.
party. What are some of the quotes from House Party that you
Follow the
say?
drip. Follow the drip. Uh,
Okay.
Follow the drip. Follow the drip.
the
Robin
other
Harris,
one.
yo.
I'm from a small town.
Yup. And and two Teds in a bucket.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Take it to the stage.
No, when the nigga told him, wait, you was in the middle of getting some pussy, you start thinking about this nigga?
What about Friday?
Yeah,
Friday.
Nobody. You win some, you lose
you
some,
do
but you
something.
live. You live to
You
fight
live to
another day.
fight another day.
Yeah.
What is this? This ain't enough. Make it enough.
Damn, every
Bye,
time it comes like
Felicia.
you never had two things. Cool, no lady.
Yeah.
Peanut butter, no jelly.
Ham, no burger.
How you get 5
There's a
on
line
your
in that
day
movie.
off?
You know, I'm a next Friday. I'm a next Friday guy. Why you ain't do nothing when the fat bitch jumped on me? You know what I'm saying?
Just sitting around hugging and shit.
Yes.
Players fuck up.
Kissing and
Players fuck
shit.
up.
Look at my
Players
roof.
fuck up.
Look at my roof.
Feel me? Look
Look
at
at
my
my mother.
roof. Look at my
These black
roof.
people problems. You don't know nothing about this. Black people problems.
Nigga said she had a little pudge. I thought it came
Yeah,
from
look,
drinking some
it's in
40.
40s. Come on, out, she's 6 months pregnant.
These are
Oh
20s.
wait,
These
and
are
then wait,
20s.
the
20s.
auntie.
Nah, they 10s. Yeah, they.
All right, so that's
Nah.
y'all movies Friday, next Friday, and House
House
Party.
party. Yeah.
What's y'all rappers though that y'all quote the most?
It'd probably be Tupac for me.
Tupac, what's some of your favorite Tupac quotes that you say a lot?
Man. Shit, fuck you. Fuck everybody.
I feel like that about Young Boy.
Fuck you as a unit. Fuck you as a motherfucking label.
Damn, Tupac
um,
What
is
about you,
a
Molly?
Young Boy. I feel the same way as Peas because he be like, bitch, bitch, bitch this, bitch that, and that's me as fuck. Anybody that knows me, that's my favorite word,
yeah,
bitch,
yep, yep,
puta.
yep.
I tell you in every language.
Oh yeah, you down there in Florida. You
Who
got
said that?
bilingual. I said that.
Floridia.
Crazy.
Oh,
Floridia.
They
Floridia.
bilingual down there. I'm bilingual.
Hey yo,
no more locked doors, gracias.
No more locked doors.
hey yo,
Count the green or get the
Get in
green.
between.
Yeah.
can niggas hear me, yo?
Yo, we
Hell
hear
Yes,
you.
yeah.
So
niggas
we
can
need
hear
you to wrap
you.
it up right now.
Can niggas hear me?
Yeah, we
We
can
need
Yeah.
hear
you
you,
to
bro.
wrap it up.
Hey yo, my nigga, like yeah, yo, cause this shit is crazy. You feel me? God damn, but yo, I appreciate y'all for holding the fuck down. You feel me? Shout out to Molly for coming through and being a great fucking guest.
Thank
You feel
you.
me? And like me, all right, me and Hootie, I mean, quit. Me and Hootie was with me today. You feel? I just want to give a review of this show. You feel me? I personally don't think women really care what men have going on. We just want you to take accountability for your actions by acknowledgement. This show lacks depth, in my opinion. The topics are redundant and trivial, in my opinion. Shout out to you, you feel me? But today's episode, as we continue to do, proves so differently. We will continue to let the innovators innovate. And in the meantime and in between time, yo, y'all don't hang up when this go off, you feel me? But in the meantime and in between time, let's try to be a little better to the world. So maybe the world might be a little better
Better
to
to
you.
you.
TraMatic. Ooh.
Ooh.
Where should I begin? My team play to win, know we get it in. Play the God, fucking with the pack, that'd be a sin. We was blessed with a couple things I cannot explain. Took his phone, hard to hook, and at this name we let it rain. Hear that blast, he like, what's the sound? Told him chop it down. Yeah, square, fill him up around, know his matches now. Take him out, we won't make him wait. We will not be late, bro. Hit my phone, ask him what's the code. Told him it's a date, got the drop. Then we shut him down, open up shop. Seen a eye, kept it moving, homie, he ain't even stop. You know why? To some music that was bumping down the block. Had to put away the pistol, I ain't fucking with the cop. Take a shot of the liquor, you should know what's in my cup. Got a team full of smokers,